Sustainable Resilience with David Dodd.
This method that you've developed, this methodology to really communicate clearly, and more importantly than communicate, listen to and hear survivors. And I've had the honor of working with you in Arkansas on this system, and it was wonderful. And can you just tell us a little bit about how that came about in your mind, how you came up with this system of active listening?
Sure. This derives from a method called participatory action research. And it's a long-term investment in the academic community to ask ourselves questions about how do we allow citizens to participate and have a real voice, not a
pseudo voice.
Pseudo voice, yeah, that's a good term, in their own recovery or in anything that's happening to them. If a democracy is about us all being able to express where we're at and what our needs are and what we believe in or do not, we have to include people's voices. And this is something that we tend not to do well either. And also is extraordinarily complex in a disaster landscape, right? Because you have huge numbers of people impacted. So this was built on studies beginning in the 1970s when people, I think some of the greatest work in academia was done on this notion of after the Vietnam War or during the Vietnam War, how do we express dissent, and how do we make our voices heard in a political situation where we might not normally be included. So it really comes out of a long tradition of trying to understand how to elevate people and make them part of a conversation. Neely Gardner is the method that I follow, his method. He was a famous public administrator for the state of California, and he pioneered how to a cyclical process of how to empower the person in a situation of need to not be a victim anymore, but to be an agent of their own recovery in a sense.
Very, very powerful.